Alrighty, it's another morning coffee time. I'm excited today because I'm gonna work this concept into this journal. I had pulled um, some ideas from my little stack of things, and I have a couple of show and tells, and I have a lot of video production to do because I have tons of projects sitting up in a line over here on my desk of things I want to show you, starting with putting the leather on your journals. That's the next one I'm going to do. I have like a lot that I'm going to do, but that's the next one because I noticed you guys have been getting your leather and that sourcing that sort of paper leather material that Vicky had put in the posts. So I can see that you guys are pulling that kind of thing together. And so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that one tomorrow. So I probably will put it up on Sunday or Monday, depending on how much editing I need to do. Hopefully I don't really need to do editing. I find that I try not to do a lot of editing or trip myself out about it because it gets in the way of me just creating and doing the work and showing you guys. So hopefully that's working out well for you as well. Okay, the first show and tell is look at this huge roll of, you guessed it, that painter's paper. So you know how we've been getting these little rolls, and for some reason I don't know why I never saw the big ones. I mean, maybe you guys saw them when you were sourcing, but it's not like I go to that painter's aisle. I was trying to find my other ones. Oh, here's one, all the time, because like I'll get a couple of rolls, 2 or 3. I probably have about 4 or 5 rolls of these in the different sizes and colors. And I mean, you can see they last forever. So I can't tell you the last time I've been in the painter's aisle for this. But when I never saw these big ones, these super long ones. Did you guys see these super long ones? If you did, like, leave a comment below and let me know if you did, because I was at my friendly neighborhood Goodwill and I found it there for like $3.99. Well, I know it can't be $3.99 because these are what, like 2 something, like $2.99 or $2.49. So I'm sure this has got to be 3 times that amount. It's a whole big, huge roll of it. And it does say Easy Mask, which is what this stuff is. But it's an old roll. I like it because it's kind of like already like a little grungy and sort of like you can see that it's got the warping on it from the weathering already, which it'll get that anyhow when I put ink and paints on it. But yeah, I found a huge roll of this. So this is going to be good for doing scrolls, because then we can do the multi, we can really layer it up. So anyhow, don't go and run out and get one of these big ones, especially if they're expensive. I'm not suggesting that you do that. I just wanted to show you that in case you do have them and you do see them and you do want to get it. I mean, I was kind of surprised. I was happily surprised. So just showing you guys that little show and tell. And we'll be doing those scrolls in the coming month or so, probably a couple months, maybe September scroll month. And I wanted to tease you with this little baby. Remember this print that I did in the last coffee time? Well, I was working on this little book structure. Look at this. Look how yummy this little book structure is. It's all jelly prints. And this thing is super duper duper easy to make. Oh my goodness. You will not believe how easy this is. This will take you like 15 minutes for us to put this whole little book together. I'm not going to show too much of it because I want you to be surprised. But look at this. I just began to glue some of my old jelly print pages on there. I mean, you literally can make sort of like this little travel on the go journal and 15 minutes to go. And look how beautiful it is. Oh. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. That's going to be an upcoming video. I won't take long because I really want to show you guys this. You're going to be like, you're really going to trip out on this little baby. Trust me. Isn't she cute? And I put my washi tape that I made with, my papers on it. So this is that's all the handmade washi tape that I showed you guys how to do. So anyway, yep, just a little teaser. Yummy. Okay, So today, and those things, that one I'm have coming right up. Like I'll get the leather bound journal book up. I'm gonna be doing a lot of video production tomorrow, and then I'm gonna show you how to do that one, the bones of it, because it's all jelly printing, so you'll know how to jelly print on it. But the bones of how to just make that quick little book structure, it's gonna like you're gonna be surprised. And I guarantee you, you won't even have to go out and get anything. Like you'll already have the supplies. Okay. Alrighty, so let's get moving on this. My core inspiration for this journal page, of course, is this. This crazy little spin-off print. I just love. That's the one that I did with the glasses. You could just barely see them there. But if you saw this in person, it's so beautiful. The metallics, which are, really reflecting against the light odd and everything, are just everything. So I'm going to have this idea. So first I'm going to get these edges off. I want these on here. And but my coffee is so good. I have my little Black Dog cut cup, Martha's Vineyard. When the kids were, I love my little, I don't really get a lot of cups when I go places, it's not really 100% my thing. But when you go places you really, really, really love, we used to go to the Vineyard every summer for a couple of weeks in August when the kids were young. And I mean, we did it for the whole time that they were growing up. It was one of our favorite family vacations. We used to enjoy that immensely. And of course I had to get my Black Dog cups. And so it's like when I look in the closet this morning and I saw the Black Dog, and it's been raining out here in Arizona. It's a little more balmier than it normally is. It just reminded me of a little bit of the East Coast. So I had to grab my Black Dog cup. Love it. Okay. So let's keep going here. A trash can right there. Guys are doing some amazing things. I'm noticing all your work and I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun. Oh my. It's like a treat for me to see all of your work. Okay, so here we are. So now that's, and what I wanted to do is I'm gonna pair it with this Frida Kahlo little print I have. And it's something about this paper I like as well. So I kind of want to put this, I was kind of thinking about putting this sort of off center here. I'm just going to use the whole page as a spread. And I like this over here. So let me see, I have this piece right here too. See how this is just like really interesting. So this will go down. But maybe what I'll do is take some of that away so that it doesn't get too thick in this area. Yeah. Good. So I want this little off center like that. This is going to go up in there somewhere. Okay. So I also had this Tim Holtz tissue paper, but this part of it really reminded me of like, Frida Kahlo's like armature. Something about it really did. So I was thinking maybe I'd do something like this. I really don't want the music notes, but I'll cover that up. So I want her up there. And so I want this down here. Oh, I like that. So then I want this down here. Okay, so then I'll put a little something up in there. And I'll put this. It's a little bit of script. This has all been tea stained, all this paper. My tea dyed it. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm going to do there. So I would treat this as a, like I said, as a full spread. Let me find where some paper. Where is? Okay, guys, where is my? Let's just see if I can use some of this. My scrap paper. Let me just get it. Get another piece. Of course, I totally cleaned up this weekend, or last weekend, you know. And because my studio, like yours, just can get a mess. Those of you who work like I do. I've seen a few of them. I love them. I love messy studios. But then when you clean everything up, you can't find anything because you know your mess, right? Oh, you know your mess is. So anyway, the struggle. Get this glued up. You know me, I like to get a nice coverage. It's just the archivist in me. To all the years of working with fine art students and working for the Smithsonian and working in the Library of Congress, a lot of the rare book restorations. Like I do everything like I want it to last 100 years. That I can't get out of me. So anyway, okay, so here we are. Okay, that's looking good. Yep, perfect. Okay, so then we're going to go and put something on this side. So let's get this in there. I like this. When I looked at it, it was something about this little armature thing here. Like it really reminded me of an armature. I know this is like the outside of a violin or something, but it's very structural. It just reminded me so much of Frida Kahlo's, you know, her aesthetic. Let me see. So how did I have this? Don't you just love it? This is supposed to be up there somewhere. And this is going to be right in here somewhere. So I want to cover that up. Try not to have it too thick. Oh, maybe I'll do it like this. Too thick. Excuse me. That's good. So I don't want it too thick in that middle area, the gully of the book, because, you know, I'm opening and closing, these things are already getting thick enough, right? So you don't really want to just necessarily have thick thingy there. You don't necessarily just want to have extra paper down there if you can help it, because it just makes the book even thicker in areas that don't count. Like we don't really need a lot of thickness there. We want the thickness out on our pages. So, yeah. So let's see what we have here. So I'm just going to line this kind of up in there. And I know. Alrighty. So sometimes, you know, I have a tendency to work my pages together anyhow. I think you guys sort of see that by now. So when it opens it up, it's kind of like a whole story. Okay, I like that. So I have a little bit of this down in here. I'm good with that. And then we're going to have Miss Kahlo over there with her gunslinging self. The days of Viva la Mexico Revolution. Alrighty, so let's put this in here. I just really wanted to use that print so bad. And it's like, it's perfect. Okay. Get some of this off. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. Oh, I like that. And just tea staining, because this paper comes like white. The Tim Holtz stuff comes white, and I stained it this time with a little bit of the pinkish hue is some really thinned out kind of, not very strong avocado. Excuse me, avocado. And then this right here is turmeric and no, I didn't do turmeric on this one. This is avocado and some tea. So it kind of made a variation in the paper, but I really love it because you can see just when you put it down how it has just this beautiful kind of old world coloring to it. So we're going to put this here. So I'm going to put another little piece down here just to cover up this. Finish this, and then it's morning coffee time. Then I'm off to Tai Chi. And then I have have a client session after that. And then that's kind of my day so far, but I have to then go out and run some errands and stuff. So already I feel like my day is halfway over when you start thinking about everything you have to do. Boy, that's good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the back of this up. This was a packing slip for an order that I sent out, and I didn't even mean to do that jelly print on the back of it. It was just like scrap paper. It was supposed to be paper that oh my goodness, it was supposed to be paper that I used to do the ink on. I mean, do this, not ink, you know, do this glue on. And in my haste and excitement the other morning, I picked it up. It's okay. So now I got this side down, just so you see how I do. Then I kind of come over. When I get to this gully, this is still free. See, so you really just want to take your bone folder and get it down in there. See how you get a nice crease? That's what helps, excuse me, the book close well. And then, so get your crease in there first and then finish gluing this side down. That way it closes nicely. See how nice that closes? And when you open it up, it won't have those funny little wrinkles and stuff in it that happens when there's air pockets and then you close your book. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. You guys know I get so excited. You could only see me over here in action. Crazy. Okay. This is a print that I did of a postcard, or it's like this little postcard thing I found when I was in Mexico the last time in San Miguel. And, I love Frida. And I just love this picture of her. So I actually have made Xeroxes of it on this kind of parchment kind of paper. So this is actually just Xerox of the original. We'll put this in there. And here we are. Oh, I love this. Get a little bit here. Notice it's popping up just a little bit. I probably didn't get enough on that edge. Here again, this is when your bone folder comes in. Now, let's pull all these edges off. Get rid of some of this. I have to cut those little pieces. I prefer the torn edge. It's just kind of a little more organic. But of course, when I get to those places where it just makes sense to cut it, I do. Wow, look at this. These just go so well together. This is our jelly print that we did together with the glasses. And then this is, of course, Frida. These are all our papers. I think I've got a little over edge here too. Let me get rid of this. When I was working on this concept, I just so as they see in the world through the eyes of Kahlo. I don't know, when I was kind of pulling this together and then pulling all this together, it just reminded me of Frida Kahlo. And I just love her as an artist and her boldness and her bravery to just be who she was despite all of the illness and everything that she was dealing with through her life, her entire life, and so much pain and rejection in a relationship with Diego. I mean, how much he loved her, and then he was, a dog, and then like a womanizer, and then he loved him. It was so much that this woman went through, and through it all, she still created her art. I mean, can you imagine being laid up in the bed with a full body cast on, and you're using a mirror to reflect an image to paint, and you do this day in and day out, and you travel the world with this corset thing on that it just keeps you, like being able to just move around, but you're still in pain. But you have such a joie de vivre, so much life, so much joy for life. And the permission that she gave herself as a woman, as an artist, I just think is so phenomenal, So it's just really about permissions. I'm gonna put that up here too. So sometimes when I'm doing my journaling, it does inspire me to think about what's going on for me in my own life, or just how I see the world. And so this piece really, and then I guess all the work that we've been doing this week, on the last couple of weeks, on love and on permissions. And when I do those for you, I take myself through it too. I'm constantly reviewing that kind of stuff for myself. So it does come out in my work. So anyhow, here we are. Yay. I do yay. I do my own boomerang. Okay, well, that's it for today. Tomorrow is a big video production day, so you guys have two things coming for sure. You'll have I'll show you how to cover these journals that are now starting to pop at the spines with, because I have one ready to go, because I'm constantly filling these books up. So I have one here all ready to go. So I'll show you how to cover this one with the leather or the paper or fabric. Remember, you can also use fabric, like thick upholstery fabric would be good. And then we're also going to show you this little book. So I'm going to go into production on those two videos tomorrow, and they'll be on their way to your box soon. All right. Have a great day. Happy time and fun and time in your studios. And just keep on posting. I'm so enjoying all of your work, and even putting those video clips up, I think, is just amazing. I just love looking at them. So thank you for doing that, Dawn. And I invite the others of you who are so inclined to just do little video flips, please do them. And I'll approve them, because I definitely want to see your work. And I think others, when we sit and look at each other's videos, it's so cool, right? So please do more of that. I'm loving it. All righty, take care and have a wonderful day.